Hey everyone, and welcome to Becoming You. I'm so excited that you've decided to jump onto this fabulous program. And my name's Mandy Stevenson, and I'm an author. I'm the author of Shazam, as you can see in the background, and I'm a kinesiologist, spinal flow therapist, a scanner practitioner, and coach, cellular health coach, and life coach. So, welcome to the program. And I really wanted to just introduce you to the course, the whole 6 months worth of individual modules presented for you to watch in your own time as my gift to you. I'm super excited about the whole program. And in this program, we will explore each of the different chakras, each of the different levels of consciousness and habits over the 6 months. The first pillar will be the S2S Ascension ladder, ascending up through the chakras from struggle street to serenity. So that's the S2S Ascension ladder. So welcome to this one. We're going to explode some myths and get excited about what the next step is. So just follow each program one by one at a time, or just jump in on any particular one that tickles your fancy. So I hope you enjoy it. And by the way, there's a wonderful Synergy membership available if you want to have one-on-one discussions with me about any particular topic, or if you want to join in with a group discussion about any particular topic. That's where you can join in with a Synergy membership, and there will be links in this program for you to join Synergy membership. It's a very minimal cost. It's a very low monthly fee and $75 a month Australian. It's nothing. So I really encourage you to join in with some of the discussion, but also enjoy the program. That's what it's there for. It's there for you to enjoy and to find your own unique magic and become you. Enjoy. Welcome, everybody. And welcome to Module 3, Part 2, Conquering Self-Sabotage. Yeah, and we have talked about this a little bit before in our Mastering Conscious Magic. And we've also talked a lot about building up to this, and we're now up to the solar plexus chakra, which is your power center, where you sometimes have that struggle between feeling powerful and feeling powerless. So it's a really interesting one. So I want to outline a little bit more about the chakra itself to start off with, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what this really means. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, well, I was going to share my screen until I've lost it. What we can go to. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to work through the PDF with you so you don't actually just have to look at me talking all the time. And I just want to go through, because the PDF has so much information in it. So I'm going to share my screen with you now, and hopefully you can see that beautiful picture of that woman. Yes, this is about power. This is about powering your potential and the power center. So I hope you've all had a chance to look at the Powering Your Potential video, the special opportunity offer that we're also having in here about powering your potential, powering your health potential. So the third chakra, Manipura, the solar plexus. It really is the powerhouse, and you might find yourself feeling powerless or really super powerful. And there's a bit of a battle that goes on in there, a bit of a battle between those two. And sometimes you can, that powerlessness, or you start to get stagnant, or that quick to anger, which can often be a frustration thing. So when you think about it, this chakra sits right across around the navel. It's also referred to as the navel chakra, but it also sits across your liver and your gallbladder. And often those anger or resentment or frustration comes out in issues related to there. So a lot of it can be about being blocked in the sacral chakra. So, but this one is really about the key to unlocking your personal power and building that strong sense of self. So we can actually bring it back into balance. So that's what's really important to understand exactly that you can. The Manipura chakra, or the solar plexus chakra, is the fire element. It's what brings energy and warmth and light into your body. It's a yang chakra, one of the male chakras that we have. And this is why the power and the energy and the fire, but it's also the energy of digestion, intellect, ego, willpower, and sometimes aggression. They're also common qualities of this particular chakra. Beautiful color, beautiful pattern. The solar plexus chakra is a beautiful energy center of fire, as I've already said, but it's also about that golden glow, beautiful golden glow. And it means the shining gem, and pura means place. So it really is the place of the shining gem. So it's the shiniest element of the 5 elements, and it's the energy center of fire. So the colour associated is yellow, of course, and as we know, move up through the rainbow, of course we know red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet is the same colours as moving up through the chakras. So red is the root chakra, orange is the sacral chakra, and yellow is the solar plexus chakra. And interesting, when you talk about solar and sun, it's the colour of sun as well. So there's lots of different interactions that go on here. So and the chakras get their colour from the element which surrounds them. So it also represents youth, new beginnings, rebirth. It connects us with knowledge and intellect. So it's a bit of definitely a connecting chakra, which connects us through from the bottom 3 chakras through to the heart chakra. And this can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, moving up into the next one. That's why the next module is a bit of a combination of both the solar plexus and the heart chakra, because this is where we can have our challenges with self-sabotage, not allowing us to move up into the heart and into our authenticity. So we receive fire from the sun in the form of heat, and we get it directly from sunlight, but we also get it through the foods we eat, which absorb sunlight. And fire activates the prana, which is the life force required for digestion and metabolism, which is another reason why I've introduced you to the redox molecules, because they are also known as the life force and the energy that our bodies need to heal and to survive and to grow. And all plants and animals have these same redox molecules in them all the time. So as a result, the fire energy is very important for our digestion. And it ignites the light of consciousness. So this is where we really start to feel, and we talked about the 3 levels of consciousness and mastering conscious magic, but this is where it actually ignites the light. So because we're very earthbound in the bottom 2 chakras especially, and it motivates us to really strive towards success and good health. But spending too much time in the 3rd chakra can cause burnout. And this is where a lot of you get stuck, because you get stuck in that burnout. And because you get stuck in that burnout and all of those limiting beliefs, so we drop straight back into our base chakra again. And not developing it can leave you feeling weak, fearful, inert, don't want to do anything, straight back into the base chakra. And the love and happiness that we feel in our hearts actually originates in the 3rd chakra and rises from there to the heart chakra. So a lot of it's about intellect, and the solar plexus, it's the intellectual center. It's where our ability to think critically and analyze situations lives. And yes, you guessed it, this is where our ego lives. This is where we analyze, we dilute things down, we try and make sense of things, And a lot of it is based on our limiting beliefs or our beliefs and our thoughts and our feelings. They all come in there, but this is where we start to really critically analyse. And we're all equipped with that hearty dose of intellect and ego, but without a balanced solar plexus, we can find ourselves struggling to think things through properly. So our base instincts are governed by the lower chakras, by the root, like the sacral chakra, and they overshadow our rational thoughts because our subconscious, which lives down there, tends to sort of drive all of the things, the decisions we made, which leads you to the overwhelming feelings of fear and insecurity. Again, skews your perceptions. For example, if you're feeling insecure and upset, your judgment gets clouded and you tend to see and hear only what we want to hear, our perceptions, once again, rather than the reality of the situation or what is true, what is real, not what we perceive to be real. But this is where the loop occurs. This is the loop that I keep talking about. When we don't balance the solar plexus chakra and address those limiting beliefs and self-sabotage, we circle right back down to the base chakra or the root chakra again. And as I mentioned before, tension always seeks resolution. So when there's a tension in the solar plexus chakra, when you've got that battle between feeling powerless, I want to have the power and the powerlesness, there's a tension there. So what does the subconscious do? I want to resolve that. Let's go back down to safety. Let's go back down to the base and won't do anything. We'll procrastinate, we'll fluff around, or we'll say, no, I can't do that, and we just get ourselves totally overwhelmed. But on the flip side, which is where we're working on and where we want to be, when this chakra is in harmony, we're able to approach life's challenges with clarity and freedom and release from our ego and our desires. And this balance allows you to process information and make decisions with a clear mind. So looking at our beautiful model that we started off with, where we explored so many things in the bottom two chakras, we were exploring all the time. In every chakra, we're exploring what that chakra means. But now we're moving up. We're gaining some clarity about ourselves, about our limiting beliefs, about our subconscious and the way that drives our decision-making. And we're now ready to explode some of those myths to gain confidence. And confidence is where we can actually move up into our heart chakra. So, and until we've got that confidence, we can't actually move up into the heart chakra. So let's have a look so this section's all about self. It's about self-worth, it's about self-pity, it's about self-denial, it's about self-responsibility, the ego, what actually drives all these things. And do you sometimes flip between all of these things, between self-worth and self-pity, self-denial, self-responsibility? What strategies do you use to drag yourself out of it, to flip it? Or perhaps you enjoy having a pity party. We can't change anybody else. We can only change ourselves, but you have to want to change. And having that pity party, you hope everybody comes to the party and feels sorry for you. There's a lot of people in that situation. They enjoy ill health. They really don't want to get better because they enjoy people caring for them and thinking about them. Are you one of those people who keep denying yourself because your self-worth is slipping? And self-responsibility is about don't wait to be rescued. It's really important that you don't wait to be rescued. The beautiful tale of the two wolves, the American Indian fable of the two wolves. And the tribe had two wolves that kept visiting the tribe. And the tribal elder who was telling this story says he has these two wolves that visit him, a black wolf and a white wolf. So the black wolf was very mean-spirited and wanted to drag everybody down. He wanted to destroy the tribe. He was very much egotistical. It was all about him, and he wants to feed on everybody's misery. And the white wolf was cheerful, confident, supportive, loved to see the tribe and the people prosper and find their magic. The big issue is if you feed the black wolf, that's the one that's going to grow large, and your tribe, your community, your drive to actually move into your heart chakra will fail. The black wolf will keep you down there if that's the one you're feeding. However, conversely, if you feed the white wolf and start to sort of think positive and show a bit of self-love and self-worth and stop that battle between powerlessness and powerfulness, just actually be your authentic you, stop thinking about all those limiting beliefs, guess what will happen? You start feeding the white wolf, you'll actually start to move up into your heart chakra and feel really positive. So which wolf are you feeding? So I want you to jot down a few thoughts. In the PDF, you can find that there's space to jot down a few thoughts about which wolf you're feeding and what are your dark thoughts. And the other thing is thinking about those lovely little voices on your shoulder. They're amazing, those voices on your shoulder. I love this one. This is a bit of my favourite. So if you've got that little voice that says, you can't do that, or careful, you might get hurt, that'll never work. What makes you think you can do that? You're too old for that. So I love to give all of those little voices a name. So I have Negative Nelly. The Negative Nelly says, you can't possibly do that. She's always negative about everything. And then there's Careful Katrina. Careful, you might get hurt. Careful, don't do that. Careful, you've got to be careful. Don't do it then. And then there's, Olga the Old. You're too old for that. What makes you think you can do that still? They're not interested. Fearful Fanny. That's another one. Careful, you might get hurt. And put down Patty will always put you down. So, just think about some of those voices that you've got on your shoulder. I forgot to move forward. So here you are. There's the voices. And when you've got those voices in the back of your bus, sitting on your shoulders, you've got to be able to say to them, look, hang on a tick, who's driving this bus? I'm in charge here. I'm driving this bus. So Negative Nelly, off you get into the passenger seat. Actually, better still, you get into the back seat. I'm driving this bus and I'm really not interested because Negative Nelly is going to sit beside you there and whinge at you all the time and tell you you can't possibly do that. All those limiting beliefs coming through. Is it a Fearful Fanny one? Is it a Careful Caroline? You need to be able to give them names. So when you do get them into the back seat, into the seat behind, and they're still in the background, just stop the bus, open the door, out they get, time to get out, this is your stop, you can get out here, I'm driving the bus here, and you can just get off the bus. So you just got to make sure that you are the one that's bigger and louder than the rest of the Negative Nellies. So whoever you want sitting on your shoulder, I'm not too sure. Positive Patricia, someone like that who can actually just sit down and sit on your shoulder and encourage you. Mentoring Mandy, whatever you like. Just imagine I'm sitting on your shoulder telling you you can do this. You're amazing. You're powerful. You're worthy. You're loved. You're all of those things, and you can do this, and you've got this. So yeah, put Mentoring Mandy on your shoulder, and we'll push that bus along together. So I want you to write down a few of your own voices and give them some quirky names. And moving on then, you've got self-sabotage and the solar plexus chakra. So some of the sabotage things we do, we overanalyze, paralysis by analysis. I can go through this whole list here, but you've got them all there. But just thinking of all of those things, the self-confidence thing, are you looking for continuous confirmation and approval from others? Is your ego so damaged and so squashed that it just can't? We need to have our ego. I'm not saying we shouldn't have an ego. We just need to know where that ego sits and what's going on with the ego. So we need to make sure that you've got a healthy attachment to your ego, but your ego is such that your self-worth enables you to be authentic, to move up through. And unless your ego is feeling worthy and authentic, you're not going to be able to move up into your heart, because otherwise you're going to be driven by the ego as being pushy and loudmouthed and trying to push the power. And we all know the people that can be a bit egotistical like that. Or you're going to squash the ego and not feel as though you're worthy of anything. So you've got that self-victimizing mentality. Or you can have a lack of direction, lack of motivation, difficulty setting boundaries and things. But when it's open and feeling good, you get a strong sense of self-confidence and self-worth and a clear sense of personal identity and purpose. So this is where your digestion comes in, really good digestion, healthy metabolism. You get that sense of inner strength and resilience. And I really want to say that, this feeling of power, this powering your potential with redox molecules is going to really help you strengthen all of these things, because it's going to give you the energy in your cell, in every cell of your body, to actually make these decisions and to feel good about yourself and to be able to move forward and raise your consciousness. So it really is about lifting your consciousness up out of the subconscious, which is the bottom couple of chakras, so that we can allow ourselves to move into the heart. But we need to work on that solar plexus chakra. So we need to work on it, and sometimes twisting and moving everything from the waist, bending, swinging, all of those things. It's really good for opening up the solar plexus and strengthening the solar plexus as well. So this is the power center. This is a lot about the digestion and the organs and things that might be sort of complaining, when your stomach clenches, or you might be having bowel issues. Are often coming from a lower down, maybe the base chakra, but they can also be part of the solar plexus chakra as well, depending where it is. So control over your emotions and clarity of mind. And, to leave you with that little thought, what do you believe will happen? What do you really believe is going to happen? What is it that you're scared of? You need to unlearn the old and don't wait to be rescued. Now is your time. Now the time is right for you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've got a bit more of an insight into the solar plexus chakra, and the ego, where the ego sits, your power center, that struggle between feeling powerless and powerful. Don't forget which wolf are you feeding, and what are the voices on your shoulder? So, yeah, a little bit of time to think about those sort of things, and I look forward to doing a one-on-one coaching with you around this particular solar plexus, because the solar plexus chakra, because it's a really vital one. And I think if you can actually start to think about the beautiful colours in that solar plexus chakra, that helps you feel sunny and warm. And remember, we've got the fire. Fire is coming from within. So light your fire. So, yeah, light that fire. And thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next module on the other side. And I look forward to having a chat with you about your solar plexus chakra and your power center. So bye for now. Love and light.